the mood of the team coming out of last week, and then knowing that playoff starts everything anew, so you get kind of a fresh start.
Yeah, I mean, last week's behind us. It wasn't a good weekend for us. It's not the way we wanted it to finish, but like you said, the playoffs start now. We got Daniel Latch back in the lineup. Matty Day St. Paul is back on the ice. Looks like he'll be healthy for this weekend. Those are good things. So we're excited. I mean, how else can you look at it except to get another chance? The regular season's the regular season. It's over, and now it's an opportunity to play a team that we played a couple weeks ago. We know them well. They know us well. I hate to use the phrase, but let's drop the puck and let's play. And there's more pressure on them to have to win because of them being the favorites, and they had a better year than us during the regular season. So I'm excited about seeing how our guys are going to respond to the playoff type of hockey that's in front of them, and I think we're ready.
What do you like about the matchup?
Well,
you see that favors your club against them?
I think the matchup of knowing we just had two really good games against them a couple weeks ago gives us a good feeling as a group, with a younger team or with a team that didn't have a great year. We had some success against Notre Dame in our building just a couple weeks back. So I think, that's it. They're not a team with a ton of surprises. We know how they're going to play. They played the same way for Jeff Jackson year after year after year. They got good goaltending. They're good special teams. They're very physical at both net fronts. They make you pay a price through the neutral zone to enter the zone. And we got to be prepared to put ourselves in opportunities to win those battles, win those races, and compete at a level that has to be raised to the playoff level that they'll take for success. And I think sometimes playing on the road's a little bit easier. I'd much rather be at home, don't get me wrong, but for our guys to go to Notre Dame and have an opportunity just to focus on hockey and get ready for playoffs, I think is good for us.
Mentioned the two guys coming back. How much of a boost does that give you, not only for the games but for practice?
A lot. We've been shorthanded in one way, shape, or form pretty much all year. Baker's the big miss now. But having Matty back in the lineup, he's been our most productive scorer in the past couple months. That helps a lot. Danny Latch, who was an outstanding defender, he's been banged up a lot this year as well, but he adds a lot with size and how quick he gets the puck out of our end. So adding both those guys healthy, it will help us a lot.
Obviously, the goal is to win the tournament here, but when you just look at with the young group that you're going to have potentially coming back next year, what would just a little bit of a run, a little bit of success, you think potentially mean after a rough season?
A lot. I mean, I think this, again, as a coach and as a program and as a young player, you're looking for growth and progress and development and opportunities. We have an opportunity here to either step up and to make the most of it and give ourselves a good feeling about our team and each other, and winning this series and giving ourselves a chance to win in the games that we play at Notre Dame is going to be really important for our team. And that's what I expect of them. I think that's what they expect of each other. It hasn't been a fun year. Last year we were in first place. This year we're in sixth place. It's a whole different, year for us. And again, now that playoffs start, there's something we can gain by taking advantage of an opportunity to play in playoffs. And yeah, we got to grow as a team. We got to grow as individuals, and this is an opportunity to do that.
The team don't like to fall behind because they play really well with a lead. And how important is that to take a good start like you had on Saturday and translate it into a goal, 2 goals in the first period would be great. I don't know if you can, count on numbers, but just the feeling of playing with a lead would be big, I think, for you guys, right?
Absolutely. I mean, in any game, the lead's important. Last year's team, and I hate to redo this. Last year, if we needed 2 or 3 goals and we were behind, Cole could go out, Dylan could go out, Beiser could go out, Linus could go out. Do that. We can't get in a position this year where we fall behind and expect to go out and get 2 or 3 goals. So getting a lead, playing, understanding that playing a tight game is okay. That's the part that you have to understand in playoffs. They're not going to give you a lot. And if it's 0-0 for a period and it's 1-1 for 3 periods, it's okay. you can't try to, create offense when it's not there. You gotta be patient. You gotta understand that Notre Dame is a stingy team. Notre Dame is a team that's had great goaltending and great specialty teams. So playing 5-on-5 will be important. Playing a really disciplined game within that is like you said, you can't fall behind and chase the game against Notre Dame.
I said before that sometimes it's easier going on the road, and that hasn't necessarily turned into results for it this season. Is there anything you can do to, just kind of lessen the load for the
No, it's
players
just from a
this week?
playoff standpoint, all the hype of playoffs again, and if, the home disadvantages, all your people coming into town and worrying about, tickets and everything else, and then having to perform and produce and put a show on is somewhat of a mentality of lots of home teams going into playoffs. We don't have that. We're going there, we're focusing on, the first shift of the first game and then building off of that. And that's, got to be the focus in playoffs. It should have been the focus all year of understanding that the first shift of the game could determine the winner. Just based on, how the first shift goes is a lot of the momentum in the game. And you brought up the Minnesota game the other day. We thought we got a great start. We thought we were on the lead 1-0. Next thing you know, we look up at the scoreboard, it's 0-0, and then a minute later it's 2-0 the other way. And that's somewhere where mentally we have to be stronger to realize we might not get a break. We might get a bad call. We might get another disallowed goal, but it can't carry with us into the next shift and the shift after. It's got to be forgotten quickly. And like I said, as a coach, all you want is another chance. We got another chance. The playoffs start this weekend. I like our preparation. Today, you notice we don't have a lot of guys on the ice. We skated a lot on that big sheet of ice. And with the injuries and the illnesses that we had, the most important thing for us is to get rest and hydrated and have the jump that we need to potentially play 3 games in 3 nights. And, we're in a position to, go into Notre Dame with, I don't think, a whole lot of pressure. I think we go there, we have fun, and give it our best shot, and see where we end up at the end of the weekend.
Is there anything on the road that's been particularly disappointing for you this season?
No, I'm not. I'm going to look forward. That rearview mirrors fell off my dash, I guess, so to speak. I'm looking forward to the weekend, and again, it's a challenge. Every weekend in the Big Ten is a challenge for one way, shape, or form. There's a team sitting there at Notre Dame that's ranked, 7th, 8th, 5th right now, and they'll be ready for us, and we want to make sure we're ready.